Alright guys, today we're going to try a little recipe, a cookie recipe. And they actually made animal cookies with this, with white chocolate icing. But I'm just going to make them plain. So we mix our butter and our erythritol together. And then we've got almond flour, coconut flour, and a little bit of salt. And we mix that together. And then we're going to whip up the butter with the erythritol. And then we're going to mix in some vanilla extract with that too. And then we'll combine the flours into this. And it'll make kind of a doughy texture. And once we get this all mixed together and it kind of becomes a dough, we'll wrap it in plastic wrap. And we're going to stick it in the fridge for about an hour. And that just kind of helps it just solidify, I guess, or be a little easier to work with. And these things turned out pretty good. I think they'd just be a lot better, obviously, with some kind of icing. And they use sugar-free chocolate chips, white chocolate chips. And they melted them down and then dipped the cookies in them. And that would work fine. So that's just something to think about. Like I said, I'll leave the recipe in the description. You guys can do what you want with it. I just want to make some plain sugar cookies and see how it turned out. And they do taste pretty good. So after we've got it out of the refrigerator after an hour, I'm going to take 2 pieces of parchment paper here and roll it out. And then I'm just going to use a cup to cut out circles, and then just repeat, fold everything back together, roll it out again, and just keep doing that. It's up to you on what kind of shapes you want. I think the smaller these are, the better, because when I made these with these big cookie size, these are like big regular cookie size, they don't seem to cook as well. So I think that is a factor, because it wants you to cook them for 6 minutes in the oven at 350 degrees. And these ones that I made, I had to cook them for, it was over 10 minutes. And they took a little while to, I shut the oven off and let them sit in there and kind of brown up a little bit. So I think the smaller you go, the better here, because they're going to be a little bit more rigid and they're going to cook a little easier. But you can follow the recipe by the book. I wanted to make some cookies. I don't have any cookie cutters. I guess I should get some. But this was the best thing I knew to do. And I had all these ingredients on hand. I didn't have any chocolate chips, so that's kind of why I did it like that. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it in the oven, like I said, 350 degrees, preheated. And for the size that I made, I think it's about 10 minutes. These are about 1/4 inch thick, maybe a little thicker. I might have made them a little too thick too. That might be part of it. That's all going to make a big difference on how they cook. So we'll just grab them and pop them in the oven, and then when they come out of the oven, we'll set them to cool for an hour or so, and then we'll give it a taste test. Alright, we let them cool down for a while. This one's extra crispy, so I'm going to eat it. They are pretty solid. So. Yeah, they're good. They need some icing or something. This recipe calls for melted white chocolate, and I think that would make it really good. So, but it's good. Tastes like a sugar cookie. Nice and simple. Well, if you guys like this stuff, feel free to subscribe, hit the bell notifications, Until next time, thanks for watching.